Okay, picture this. You're at one of those big wholesale stores, right? And you see this 64-year-old man loading up his cart. It seems totally normal at first, just a guy on a shopping trip. But then you look closer at what's actually in the cart and the sheer amount of it, and you realize this is a whole different story. And that really is the big question here, isn't it? I mean, why would a man, any man, need to buy 144 cans of creamer every single month, like clockwork? And it's not just creamer, there's a lot more. So what is going on? Well, as it turns out, this isn't just a shopping list. It's a mission. So the man's name is Ringo, and this whole monthly routine, it's for something he calls Project 200. It is his dedicated, personal operation, and you better believe he runs it with absolute precision. And just look at the scale we're talking about here. This is a typical list for him. We've got 20 kilograms of milk powder. That's a lot. 3 huge cartons of creamer. That's 48 cans a carton, so 144 total. And on this particular trip, 3 cartons of toothpaste and toothbrushes. Yeah, this is definitely not your average trip to the store. And the cost? Well, just for the creamer alone, 534 ringgit. Ringo even says he's just hoping the price doesn't go up because this is a big expense that he and his supporters cover every month.
And you can add another 460 ringgit to the bill for all that milk powder. So we're already at 1,000 ringgit right there, and that's not even counting all the other supplies. This is a serious financial commitment, month in and month out.
So here's how he pulls it off. The process itself is pretty simple, but it's all him. He's the one who goes to the wholesaler. He's the one who loads all these heavy cartons into his own car. And then he drives it all to a meeting point to hand it off to a van that does the final distribution. He is literally the engine behind this whole thing.
And this is the question Ringo asks himself. It's the one we've been asking too. Why? Why go through all this trouble, all this expense? This question, this is where the story pivots from the what he's doing to something so much more important, the why.
Because, the answer isn't in those shopping carts or on the receipts. The real reason behind Project 200, well, that story started decades ago, at a time when Ringo's life was completely different. To really get the man we see today, we've got to go all the way back. 45 years back, actually. When Ringo was just 19 years old, he hit a crisis, a personal struggle that would end up defining the entire course of his life.
And in that incredibly tough time, he got help from an organization called Pinancare. It was their mental health ministry, specifically, a group of people who just stepped in and gave him the support he desperately needed. And you can see his journey laid out so clearly here. At 19, he's facing what he calls a struggle that almost took my life. Then, as a young man, he says he received a lot of help from society. And all of that brings us to today, at 64, where he feels, that it's just the right thing to do. It is only appropriate that I give back. So let's zoom in on that idea. This cycle of receiving help and then giving it back. Because this story isn't just about charity. No, it's about survival. It's about gratitude. And it's about the incredible power a community can have on one person's life. He talks about his lowest point with such raw honesty. He says, I was now flat, my nose on the floor flat. And these people put me in the proper place and I survived. Wow. I mean, you can just feel the weight of that struggle and the incredible gratitude in his voice. He wasn't just given a little hand up, he was literally lifted off the floor when he had nothing left. And the amazing thing is, he didn't just survive, he thrived. He went on to build a beautiful family, a good life, and now, in his retirement years, he's pouring his time, his energy, even his hobbies, into repaying that incredible kindness he was shown all those years ago. But here's something Ringo makes crystal clear. This is not just his story. He sees this as a team effort, a mission that only works because people are coming together to make it happen. This right here, this is basically his life's philosophy boiled down. It's all about giving back. He says at some point, you've got to stop just chasing money and start using your time and your passions for something bigger. And the most important part? We do it together. He says this over and over. Without you, we can't do it. And listen to that last part. We together. We do it together. That repetition is not a mistake. It's his core belief. He might be the one driving the car, but he knows he is not on this road alone. And that brings us full circle. I mean, the transformation is it's night and day. He went from a young man desperately needing help from his community to being an older man giving that help right back to his community. A life-threatening struggle has been completely transformed into a life filled with meaning and purpose.
And in the end, Ringo's entire mission, his whole philosophy, it all boils down to this one simple, powerful question he poses to all of us. You take something away from people, you must give them back at a time when you are okay, right? It's such a profound thought about gratitude and paying it forward. And it's the beautiful, simple answer to why a man buys 144 cans of creamer every single month.